Can we build a scout rogue from D&D in Elden Ring? Absolutely. But is it any good? Check this out. Hello everyone, I am Slightly.Lost, and welcome back to a series where I attempt to recreate D&D subclasses using Elden Ring's mechanics as respectfully as possible. So if you've never played D&D before, the Rogue is the classic sneaky thief class, with their signature ability literally being called Sneak Attack, allowing them to deal more damage to enemies that are unaware of their presence. The Scout in particular has superior mobility and is the ambush master. I had to stretch what that meant a little bit, but I viewed it as climbing a tree and jumping onto an enemy, and thus the first jump build of the series. Without further ado, let's get into the build. To start off, we'll be selecting the Bandit starting class. Good dex and high arcane is key for how the build will flesh out. At level 50, you'll want 25 vigor, 13 mind, 25 endurance, 20 dexterity, and 20 arcane. This gives us an even start to everything without falling behind on vigor or damage in the early game. At level 100, you'll need 40 vigor, 15 mind, 40 endurance, 28 dexterity, and 30 arcane. More of the same at a steady pace. At level 150, you'll have 50 vigor, 20 mind, 45 endurance, 35 dexterity, and 53 arcane. A nice smooth curve as we progress. Finally, at level 200, your stats will be 60 vigor, 23 mind, 50 endurance, 40 dexterity, and 80 arcane. Jump attacks never felt so good. In terms of equipment, we'll be using the Venomous Fang with the Occult Affinity and the Poison Flower Blooms Twice Ash of War. Adding this Ash of War with this affinity means we have a base poison buildup of 145 and the best arcane scaling available to us. Occult also increases the dex scaling a bit, but not enough to be impressed by it. Secondly, since we're already applying poisons, I figured we might as well have some other statuses we could apply too. The Black Bow is a long bow with a short bow moveset and comes with the Barrage Ash of War. Pair this with Poison, Scarlet Rot, Bleed, Sleep, or Frostbite arrows for a real fun time. As for our talismans, we want to increase our survivability as much as we can while still blasting our damage numbers through the roof. In our first slot, we'll have the good ol' Urtree's Favor +2 for increased HP, stamina, and equip load. In our second slot is the Kindred of Rot's Exaltation, which increases our damage when rot or poison is in the area, which is really easy to do with our 145 poison buildup. In our third slot, we have the Claw Talisman, which increases the power of our jump attacks. The heavy jump attacks on the Venomous Fang deal a surprising amount of poise damage too. It's all just icing on the cake. Lastly, because jump attacks can chew through stamina, we have the Two-Headed Turtle Talisman from the DLC to greatly raise our stamina recoveries. If you don't have the DLC, the Turtle Talisman from the base game does the same thing at a little less efficiency. Our armor of choice is, as always, pick your favorite as long as you're hitting that 51 poise threshold. This build, however, does require one key piece of armor. The Raptor's Black Feathers gives us an additional 10% boost to our jump attacks as well, and stacks with the Claw Talisman. Beyond that, I've chosen the Black Knife Hood, the Black Knight Gauntlets, and the Greaves of Solitude. This gives us a total of 54 poise. In our Wondrous Physic, to keep our survivability and stamina up, we have the Crimson Sapping Cracked tier and the Green Burst Crystal tier. This will allow us to stay in the fight longer before needing to back off. For Great Runes, of course, my old reliable is Radahn's Great Rune. For an additional 15% HP, FP, and stamina, it's hard to go wrong with this one. But equally, you could also use Rykard's Great Rune or Millennia's Great Rune, both of which give us some HP restoring effects so we can stay in the thick of it even longer. With all that number crunching out of the way, let's see how it plays.
of all that is golden. And one day,
And that is how you make a scout rogue from D&D in Elden Ring. Did you like what you saw? What would you change to make this build even more accurate to the source material? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye, adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, and if I don't see you tomorrow, have a wonderful day.